Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to another spirit message and tip. So this has been coming up a lot in the comments, so I want to do another video about this, how to have a real conversation with your tarot deck to get quick answers. So this is something that I did all my life, like since I was a kid. I don't want to age myself, but it's been decades, where you can go and definitely choose the deck that is like infused with your energy that you feel is your tarot deck, right? And the more you use your tarot deck, it feels like your energy is infused in the deck and there's an instant connection. So definitely use a deck that you feel really comfortable with. But this is literally how to have a conversation with your tarot deck and get all the answers you need. And quite literally, I would consult the deck while tapping into my spirit guides that I knew was always there. And that's the key. Like, you always are connected to your spirit guides, loved ones passed on. Know that as you're sitting there with your deck, that's what you're connecting with to get answers with. And that's the key. And know that they want you to get answers. That's also the key. So you're going in there like that. And so how to have a real conversation for quick answers. So I'm going to put the top 10, it's kind of a top 10 list, and then I'm also going to demonstrate. So I'm going to put the top 10 way to do it, the steps in the description box. But number one is, I'll quickly go through it and then we'll go and actually do what I'm talking about. You're kind of going to eavesdrop on what I do, okay? But number one is know you're already connected to your spirit guides and loved ones passed on. I mean, that's key. I mean, with or without cards, you're always connected. So like what I always say on the channel, I mean, this is one way of receiving messages, but in life, I mean, through all your clairs, you're receiving messages and guidance all the time. So this is just another way. So I always say to people, there's a lot of fear around this, and I don't know if that was purposeful or whatever, but this is, right now, you're connected to it all. So cards is just another medium, a way of connecting to that. It's a tool. So know you're already connected to your spirit guides and loved ones passed on. Number two, know you're consulting the deck for answers and know that they want you to get them. That is so key. They want you to get the answers. And number three is, if at any point it's not clear to you, you can ask to make it more clear, just like a real conversation. So if it's not clear, you can pull additional cards, or you can put all the cards back in the deck and say, please make it more clear and get more answers. Number four, you grab your deck. 5 is you shuffle the cards overhand quickly, asking the question. 6 is reading the jumpers. 7, you put the cards back in the deck. 8 is you keep asking questions. And 9, as you do this, you will lose yourself in an ongoing conversation. And that's what's so magical. It's like this you get totally lost in this ongoing conversation. And number 10, when it's over when you feel you've connected and you've received all you needed. And all you need is your tarot deck to do this. So I'm going to actually demonstrate what I used to do, all what I was just saying from 1 to 10, how to have a real conversation with your tarot deck to get quick answers. So we're going to tap in. So I'm using a standard tarot deck. It's just really beautiful. It's like one of my favorite decks that I treated myself to. I'll put where I got the deck. It's direct to her website. She created all these decks. But okay, so you're eavesdropping on my own reading. So what I'm going to ask is, wow, I mean, my job, this is not my job, what I do on here. You know, I do this for, just my passion, for nothing. But my job, my work has just gone in the toilet. Like, it's just gone in the toilet. It is like not moving forward. It is just horrible. Work has just gone, just been so affected. So I want to know, what can you tell me that would be most helpful when it comes to work? And if you can relate to that, where your work has been hit, where you're wondering about creating more abundance and things like that. And it's like, what is the guidance and the advice for us when it comes to creating more abundance and our work that's just, been so affected, So I want to get guidance. Like, what do they want to bring forth would be helpful. So I'm asking for answers about that. So I shuffle the cards while asking that very clearly. That's all I'm thinking about, holding in my mind and heart. And then I'm going to shuffle the cards overhand very quickly and see what jumps out that they want to bring forth when it comes to my work being in the toilet, for lack of a better word. And if you've been hit or affected by your abundance, what do they want to say about that? Ooh, right away, the Chariot. So this is about aligned action, right? And being real clear. They could be giving you, wow, wow, wow. So we're going to get the messages, but this is for quick guidance. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So what immediately is coming out is this Chariot. right? It's going to be the Queen of Swords, wow, and the Knight of Cups. So basically what they're saying is the Chariot is aligned action and movement, right? So divine, this is a major arcana. So trust beyond anything else that you're being divinely moved right now, and stay aligned to that. That's like trust and faith and being divinely moved in a aligned way. The Queen of Swords is truthful and honest and brilliant and clear and cutting through the BS and almost having a higher perspective, I want to say, and also very intuitive. And then here is the Knight of Cups, where you're moving forward aligned to your heart at this time, and that's what they're advising, to make your moves in the physical quite heart-based and aligned to your heart. So it's aligned action, make no doubt about it. The divine is moving you, but to make the moves from your heart and to be really clear and full of integrity and everything else, like stay aligned to that right now. So let's see what else they want to say about when it comes to abundance moving forward, that you want to be moving forward like very, very clear, honest, brilliantly following your heart at this time. But let's see, oh gosh, more Lovers. So there are choices and decisions that are coming. We need to make choices and decisions when it comes to bringing in more. This is the Four of Wands. So we have, again, major arcana is the Lovers, and this is the Four of Wands. What are the choices and decisions that we need to make to bring in more love and happiness, stability, security into the home? So they're saying we're being divinely moved. Like you want to be real clear and aligned to your heart with the choices and the decisions to bring in more stability, security, and happiness in your home. But so now, okay, so that's like one answer. Okay, so that's how they want us to almost know that we're being divinely moved at this time, no matter what it looks or feels like, to bring in more stability, security, and everything else. To make those moves aligned to your heart, and those choices and decisions, let them be aligned to almost like your higher self and your heart at this time. But I want to get some other answers. Okay, so like day to day when it comes to abundance and like facing what we're facing, especially when trying to create more, like what do you want us to, what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? What do you want me to do? Like quite literally, if you're watching this, like what do you want us to do? What should we be doing at this time? I want to get more clear. So let me see. So let's get overhand. To get more clear of what do you want us to do? Because that was like, okay, be in that vein. But, oh gosh, we're brokenhearted. We've just been so heartbroken at this time. So they're kind of acknowledging things that have broken our heart. We're disappointed. I'm shuffling overhand like this. I feel like they're moving us out of this being heartbroken, and that's the Chariot. The Chariot is moving us out of this heartbreak and loss. To almost trust that we're being divinely moved out of a heartbreak and loss. Okay, so let's see. What are the messages that want to come through right away? Again, that Queen, yes, they're talking about our abundance, yes. So make no doubt about it. They know clearly. We have been, look at this, and there's the Empress, yes, 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 and the Hermit, and again, the Queen of Pentacles. So they're saying, you know, we have been absolutely heartbroken, disappointed, lost. It's just been everything's a big stage, small stage, heartbroken. They're saying, you know, you're like the Queen of Swords. So this is brilliant, intuitive, and cutting through the BS and everything else, and stay that way in your integrity. This is the Empress. We've been getting this over and over. This is major arcana, by the way. So it's like step up in your power to create now, nurture yourself and create, because what we're doing here in the physical is we're literally creating and making things better. The Hermit is another major arcana where we're going inside for that insight, and it's helping us to be that Queen of Pentacles in our lives to create that abundance. So we are literally creating that abundance, and we're going inside for the answers as the Queen of Swords. So they're understanding that we have been literally heartbroken, heartbreaking. They want us to have clarity and be the Queen of Swords in our life, like cutting through the BS, like even the clouds of what we can't see, like having a higher perspective, seeing through it all, and still create your abundance. And they're having us go inside for tremendous insight. This could be spiritual insight, but also divine guidance and inspiration to how to literally create and be that Queen of Pentacles, more nurturing and creating your abundance, using everything you can to create more abundance. So it's kind of like acknowledging that we are really going inside for insight on how to create more abundance. But now let's get a message of like, okay, so let's see, what do you see happening when it comes to abundance in the next couple of months? Like if we stay in that vein, so far it was like, okay, they know we're been heartbroken, we're being divinely moved. Definitely Queen of Swords was like, you got to stay with a higher perspective, stay tapped in, you're being guided. You're even going inside to get the illumination of how to create more abundance here. You're the Empress. Okay, that's great. But what do you foresee when we stay in that vein now, right? So let's see, what are they saying is going to happen, like projection. Like if we stay in that vein, oh, let's see what they're saying. Okay, so let's quick answers. It's an ongoing conversation. So it's like, okay, and now what? And now what? And now what? It's like an ongoing conversation. So, okay, you spoke about that. So now what else? Yeah, so now we have the Queen of Wands. Now this came out, we had King of Gabriel. They want us to be in our fire and passionate. This is what they want us to be, entrepreneurial. Whatever you're doing in your work, I mean, stay that way, in your fire, in your passion. This is a court card, so this is the Queen of Wands. So definitely be in your fire. They're helping, supporting you to kind of own this and be in your fire, in your flame for your life, or what you're doing in the physical, to move on for more happiness. Look at that, 8 of Cups, definitely moving on for more happiness. And again, you can't make this up, the Hierophant, which is always, for me, your love, support, guidance. This symbolizes to me, the Hierophant, this is Major Arcana, the love, support, divine guidance, connection, your spirit guides, loved ones passed on that are there, helping you, guiding you. It's kind of like they're the ones that are having you move on for more happiness. So stay in your flame, stay the Queen of Wands as you move forward for more happiness, for more. Yeah, we are leaving a lot behind and we're like, where the heck are we going? But trust and have faith. This is what's guiding you and moving you on for more happiness. Absolutely. And it's going to be like 11:11 on the video, because there's been a lot of love, support, backing to stay this Queen of Wands, or either Queen of Wands or King of Wands, in your fire, lit, moving on for more fulfillment, love, happiness, and more fulfillment, and to trust the path that you're on, like no matter what, even though it looks crazy right now. So let's do one more. So like if I want to say, what do you just want us to know right now, since I'm signing off of this? But see how it's like an ongoing conversation, like you're having a conversation with your best friend, your loved ones passed on, your spirit guides who have known you beyond time and space. Like that's who you're connecting with. Like, know who you're connecting with. They know everything. You don't have to get you don't even have to just think in your mind and heart. What do you want to answer on? They want you to have the answer. They want you to have love, support, guidance. You're already in that vein. They're giving it to you. Like, that's always where I came from. And right now, when I look out the window, there's a bubble going up. Like, it looked like an orb, but it's a bubble. But what I'm saying is they're always there. Let's see what they just want to end this with, right? So if you just want to say, what do you want me to know right now? What do you want right now? Oh, wow. They just split in all these directions. Stand up for yourself. This came up before. Stand up for yourself with the choices and the decisions. Don't be overwhelmed. You are the Queen of Swords. Yes. Stand up for yourself when you're facing choices and decisions. They want you to have a higher perspective. Know what you're connected to. You're brilliant. You can see beyond the clouds, and like you have clarity in this confusion. Have a higher perspective. You're also being guided. You're really beautiful. Well, you're really beautiful, but you're also really brilliant. And this has been coming up so much that you can see clearly beyond the chaos and have a higher perspective here and free yourself that way. Like, stay connected, rise above things, rise above things. Look, he's even risen above things. Stand up for yourself, especially with the choices and the decisions. You know, don't get overwhelmed. You can see your way past any choices, decisions, and stand up for yourself. That's what they're saying. And be that Queen of Swords where you rise and you see, and no one trust. You cannot make this up. No one trusts. You are being divinely moved. You are being divinely moved. This has been a recurring message. This is Major Arcana, that despite everything, what you're connected to, especially as the Queen of Swords, above everything, and understanding through it all that you are being divinely moved. And so you're being divinely moved. Yeah, I mean, that's what they're saying. So trust and know that you're being divinely moved no matter what is going on. So don't be so overwhelmed. And there could be choices and decisions that they're helping you to see through or see past. Stay, rising up challenges and standing up for yourself. And look at that. You can't make it up. Being divinely moved to success, no matter what it looks like. This is what they want you to know. It's like, have that clarity and that vision that you know, despite everything, even if you're feeling overwhelmed, that you are being divinely moved to success. Stand up for yourself and everything else. This is so beautiful. So this has just been my quick, how to have a real conversation. You can ask whatever you want. I asked about abundance and work because that's like the most relatable thing we've all been hit with. But You can ask about anything. Now I could pivot to love. I could pivot to any question I have. I could pivot to whatever's bothering me and read the cards as they come out and just keep going like a real conversation. So it's a way to connect. And I always looked at, I guess I don't consider myself a tarot card reader. I am a tarot card reader, but first always came connected to spirit guides, loved ones passed on. I was connected to what I was connected to. I would get it all the time. And then cards became a way of expanding on that connection and getting answers in another tool. It was like handing someone now an alphabet, handing someone now images so that they can communicate other than just the world around you communicating, if that makes sense. Because you get signs, symbols, messages all the time through your clairs, which I talk about all the time. But this is just another tool. So when people say, are they afraid to consult the cards? They're afraid of cards. It's just a tool. You're already connected. You're already connected right now. And you can get messages any which way. Love, support, backing. But this is definitely a way, my whole life, that's how I got love, support, backing. I would go home, something tumultuous happened, or I was going through something. I sit down, I carve out like an hour in the evening, and I'm sitting there with my tarot deck and getting all the love, support, backing I possibly could. I had a higher perspective. I was reading things in a different way. When things happen in my life, I could see that card in my mind's eye, like, okay, this is what they're talking about. And you'll see confirmations and explanation marks all along the way when you do it. So definitely, how to have a real conversation with your tarot deck. I definitely call it that because I definitely feel like, and if this wasn't clear to you, say you didn't get it, you can shuffle and ask for another card, or put all the cards back and say, oh, I need it to be more clear. I don't get it. And that's fine. They could all of a sudden other cards in a different format, like in a different position, will come out and it will read like a complete clearer sentence to you. They want you to get it. I know I say that a lot, but they want you to get it. They want you to get love, support, backing however you can. So if you can get it through tarot cards, great. Oracle cards, great. If you don't know the tarot that well, you can use oracle cards. You can use tarot cards that have the actual messages on them. I have decks over here where, they have the actual, what the card is on the bottom. So at whatever level you want, you can use whatever tool you want. But this is how to have a real conversation with your tarot deck to get quick answers. And I wish you the best with that, because it does provide a lot of love, support, backing. And who doesn't need that? Wish you the best. Take care. Bye-bye.